I slept with over 200 women, and here's what they all wanted. Little proof here. Unfortunately, after my semen retention time, I deleted a lot of pictures, therefore, you just got a few, but you get the picture. Nowadays, I'm happily engaged. She knows about my past, therefore, I can open up. So, hang on. Men think whatever about, oh, you need money, you need cars, you need this, you need that. That's all bullshit. That's all bullshit, bro. I had bitches when I was broke. When I was broke, bro. So and you need to be 6 foot tall. You need to have this. You need to have, I would just spit in the face of those men. They're just the same kind of man that buy some extra high shoes and to buy just idiots, just idiots. What it all boils down to, and the number one thing, and it's for each woman I had is conviction. You have to be, you have to have conviction in yourself. You have to think of yourself, you are the man all the time, regardless of how your life looks like, regardless of how you feel like, regardless of what is going on, regardless if you have money or not. You are the man 100% of the time. This is like wearing a cologne. There's a pussy magnet. That's it. But not fake. Not I don't talk about fake confidence, real confidence, because you actually think you are him. This is this is 90% of the game. This is 90% of the game already. And okay, status is one thing, right? And in having a car and having something to offer and having whatever. But if you can paint a picture for her that being with you is something that is worth waiting for, even while you're broke, she will be there with you, bruv. She will. That's it. And you don't need all this bullshit that is advertised on the internet or whatever dating coach is talking to you about. Yeah, fuck all of that. First and most important thing is confidence. Second thing is she always has to want you more than you want her. Always. Always. She has to want you more than you want her. You back in your mind, you have to be ready to leave whenever, regardless of what happens. This is this is your gun and your bullet. Always, it's always loaded. Always, you have it with you all the time. You have to be ready to leave. Because when she hands you too much bullshit, when she's getting weird, when she's over the top, so many men are scared to lose her, and this is where they lose everything, right? Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit, and it goes hand in hand with the first thing. Because if you have a mindset of lack and not abundance, you're like, oh god, when she's gone, maybe I don't have another one, bruv. There are 4 billion women on this planet, and some men really think, oh, when she's gone, I don't find no, I won't find another one, and I won't find someone that's as good as she is. Yeah, the fuck, bro, the fuck. I mean, nowadays again, I'm engaged and I love her, but if shit hits the fan, and if she crosses the lines too much after me telling her you're crossing the lines too much, I will be gone. I will be gone. Just bye. You wanted it like so. Why? Because abundance mindset. And again, confidence. I love myself, and I'm an amazing man, and I know other women want me. So then you have to have a mission or something to thrive for that is bigger than her. Men lose it when they put her on a pedestal. Oh, she's my number one. Oh, she's like, I cannot say those sentences without the gay voice I'm even pretending to have, right? Uh, I did everything for her. Said, "Ugh." This is essentially what they think as well. Because they don't want. I say I was a dating coach, right? And I said it so many times. They don't want to be on a pedestal. They don't want to be up there, because when they're up there, you're down here. They look down on you, but they want you to be the leader, which is the next thing we will talk about. And you cannot lead them when you put them on a pedestal. They don't belong there, and they don't want to be there. They want you to be there, and they want to look up to you. And how can they look up to you? Well, if you work for something, if you go after something. Because being broke and having confidence in yourself, like I told you in the beginning, is one thing. But being broke and having confidence doesn't bring you that far. But if you have confidence in yourself and you're broke at the moment and you have something that you're thriving for, that you run after, a mission, your calling of life, and she sees you doing that, oh, she's all over you. She wants you because you have a mission. You go after it, and so many men nowadays don't have it. They jerk off. They eat whatever junk food. They waste their lives. They scroll video games and whatever. Well, don't wonder why you cannot get a girl. If you would cut all of that out of your life, have some discipline, something to run after, and actually are interested in improving your life, bruv, it's worth so much. But men don't understand. Mm. Leadership qualities. This is essentially something, it has something to do with frame, the frame you set. You're the leader and she follows. And what comes into play with that is that she has to feel secure with you, right? Because she won't let you lead her if she cannot feel secure with you. And the biggest thing for this to be a good leader is emotional control as well, especially when you get older. But in your 20s, for example, some emotional control, don't let her shit test face you and then lead the way. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. And don't take it seriously. And be a good leader is an honest leader, right? And so many women are used to getting compliments, getting whatever, and put on a pedestal, as we spoke before, that they want the reality. And when she asks you how you think about XYZ, and you're honest with her, and the reality hurts, that's attractive. And then she can trust you. And then she wants to be led by you, for example. How do I look in this dress? I don't like this dress on you. I don't like the color, I don't like the shape. No. Do you think she never ever heard that before? But don't make this shit up. That was just an example. But if you see it that way, if you perceive it that way, you shoot it that way. And she might make a scene, but deep on the inside, she can trust you because you put your truth over her feelings. And most men don't do that, especially when they are beautiful. Oh, I cannot hurt this beautiful creature. Yes, you can and you should, if it's your truth. And it's not 100% like so, but it's 80-20, my way or the highway. Sometimes, for example, I took and will take wrong decisions, and a feminine being can be very helpful in taking good decisions, right? Sometimes they want to put you off path on purpose to see if you let her sway you away. Of course, you should always decline that, but sometimes when they give you an idea, you should always look at it. At least look at it, right? But you don't have to accept it, but appreciate her trying to help, okay? And yeah, if you consider for yourself that's something that's helpful, okay? But again, 80% of the time, my way or the highway. As last point, which is very important, is that she has to understand that other women want you too. And I learned this lesson the most when I started to live polygamous and I had multiple girlfriends at the same time, and the relationships were just open for me, so I was able to have multiple women, and they were I wanted them just to focus on me. Is this unfair? Kinda, but I wanted it like so. And I had so many occurrences when I spoke about that to other women where you would think that they would think, oh, this is disgusting, this is whatever, but actually they thought it is an interesting thing. Um, I give you two examples. One example, I've been on a date with a girl from Tinder, and at that point, I had two girlfriends already. And we went on the first date, and she asked me, am I single? And I told her, I'm not single, I have two girlfriends, in fact. Do you mind? And her response was, no, at the moment, you're nothing for me, because, well, we just met, and her English wasn't the best, but one would assume that she, liked that, but actually it was the other way around. We slept the same evening together, and she told me that me being open about it, me telling her the truth, actually made her feel secure, and she was more intrigued by that, right? She was, because this is new. And most men hide those things, or when they cheat. I never cheated. Well, I did cheat, but I was like 17 or something. After that, I was always open about, okay, I want to see other women. Mm, that's not the point here. But usually, men, hide those things. So when you can be open about that, it comes back to leadership. She can trust you, and she feels safe around you, and then follows you. Or another example, I was in some pedicure store where they clean the feet and whatever, right? Because at that time I was doing Muay Thai once to twice per day because I was preparing for a fight and for fights. And then I don't know, every 10 to 14 days I went there to remove my callus. I had a lot of callus, it's a bit weird, and to make my feet look good, and I didn't want to do it. And I've been there 3 times, and more times, but there was this period where I went once with a girl, twice the second appointment with another girl, and the third appointment with another girl. And on the third appointment, another girl, she was bored, she didn't want to wait for me, and I gave her money. She bought herself some protein shake. There was a store there with some cookie, but whatever. And then the girl that was working there, she told me, "Are those your friends?" And I told her, "No, those are my girlfriends." And they were speaking in the store about it. It was all women working there. And one would think they would be like, what's wrong with you? But they didn't judge. They didn't judge. And actually, she told me that there's a girl working there. She thinks I'm attractive and she wants to get to know me. Well, she was there and she was blushing what she told me, but she was working with another customer. So we didn't have contact and I didn't follow up on that. But just for you to understand that if they know, okay, other women want him too, that means he must be a good one. And give you 2 more examples. If you want to be, or if you want to pull off a weird move, buy a fake wedding ring and go along to a bar and let the magic unfold. Because women trust other women. This is why women that just got to know each other would go to pee together. Because this is essentially why they go to pee together. Because, they trust each other. Even though if they don't know each other, they trust each other. Or this is why when you start to be in a relationship, women turn their head more often and they want you more because, again, they trust each other. And women want the man that other women want to. There's a lot more to that, but I leave you with that. Those are my experiences. And yeah, man can say those, car, status, whatever. Of course, it's important that you fuck her good and that you have a proper dick and know how to use it. And if you are not happy with your dick, I made a penis enlargement mastery course because I grew my dick 1 inch in size. And if you commit yourself to that, 6 to 9 months, maybe 6 months to 12 months, you can essentially grow your dick as well for 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. And after buying the course, you will have contact with me if you want, and I can help you with everything you need, with the nitty and gritty to make it perfectly fine. But that's not the point here. The point here is the conception about this topic on the internet is so wrong. So I thought I'm opening up a little bit. That's it. Stay strong. See you in the next one.